in the mix.
Happy Easter, traders. Welcome to stream. Why does my chat box not work? I don't understand. My God. Oh man. Yeah, thanks for being here. You know, little price action today. Certainly none yesterday or the day before. But that's cool. Okay. Guess we're going to that screen. I guess we're gonna have Bitcoin on the 4-hour at all times. Okay, so nearing the range top again for the like 7th time now, and it's good. I mean, like, the longer we stay in the situation, I think the better, really, because there's just no selling pressure, and any sell-off gets completely bought up. So you could almost just start looking at this like maybe, possibly Wyckoff reaccumulation, and you just think about it like that. I mean, that's kind of going on, right? Higher lows, sell wall. I've seen this before. Yeah, that's pretty nice there. So I think that would fare well for every asset in this space.
Happy Easter, Mitch.
What's up, AJ Productions? Thanks for the 1337. Thanks, dude. Thank you. Just disappointed can't have chat box because that beautiful cross there and overlay. What are you gonna do, man? Nothing. We will do nothing. Okay. So let's look at the daily here. Daily on Bitcoin on this fine Easter Sunday. It's looking fine, man. Looking completely fine. Rectangle. Starting more and more to remind me a little bit of what we saw in the summer of 2020. That's all I can give you. Summer 2020. Same type of like price action we were getting. Just kind of like sideways, right? And you know, this one fell below the midpoint of the range, so this could even be weaker. But really, an impulse up and then sideways consolidation for the greater part of a month. Maybe a couple months. Dang, dude, that was brutal. Like 82 days of that. Oh, I remember like trying to stream through it every day. It was rough, man. But you know, we did. I remember like back then we jumped across a creek. There was a Gartley here, and yeah. So do we have a creek that we've jumped across on Bitcoin recently? I don't think. Maybe. Hold on. Let's. No, I don't think so. Unless you're trying to be like looking at the 4-hour and going from that 1 wick high there. All right, where it's like that. That's maybe what's being the creek itself. It's a really elevated creek right inside the range near the top, but like that might be it. It's extremely similar looking charts. So I guess we'll see. If you want to, we can there's like one schematic online that you can find. Yeah, let's try to look at this real quick. Okay. So conventional labeling of Wyckoff reaccumulation trading range, and the creek that we're possibly testing right now, which is that supply, that downslope and resistance supply line. So, you know, I guess like the next step would be to be like probably testing 28,800 again, get some last points of supply, and then a sign of strength in this situation, I guess, would be breaking 28.8, more signs of strength, more last points of supply, making the highest highs, and that would certainly take us to 31K, you know. So that's kind of like maybe where we are, you know. See, we have a psychological level, or is it preliminary supply? And then you have buying climax, automatic rally, secondary test, support, resistance, I mean, you do kind of have like literally everything on this, right? Where I was talking about again, hold on. Where's the PSY would be right here from March 17th, which is its preliminary supply, and then you have the buying climax, the 22nd, the automatic rally, secondary test, support, right? And then you hit the resistance, and then the creek develops over that period. And again, that's what you might be seeing right here. You're at it. So we are in like the final stages of Wyckoff reaccumulation, if this is being interpreted accurately. Okay, so it's not distribution of any sort by any means. Like if that was the case, I think like these lows would have taken us to the bottom of the range again. So I think this is like we're in pretty good shape here, you know. Still. So, you know, here's a quad screen. Top right's Ethereum. That's already broken out. Like majorly already broke out. I think that was like on the 22nd of March. And now you've broken the range. You're still above that range's top. So this is like, it could be Wyckoff reaccumulation, and you're already in the signs of strength. Last point of supply here before marking to 2000, marking up to 2000. And then here's XRP that, you know, again, it's been in a downtrend since that major move. This is the 60 minutes, so I'm not really like, you know, it's not really that big a deal. And, you know, just sideways. And I think XRP is going back up to 58 cents eventually, and then we'll break it and go to 80 plus cents. And then Binance coin, this is over time. Could be another 84 years.
Can we look at CDOC stock weekly, please?
Teladoc.
Similar to ETH daily from last summer.
We will look at Teladoc, one of Kathy Wood's favorite in the ARK fund. Thank you. Bottom right, BNB. So I guess, man, finally, since the top, March 18th, finally breaking out. You know, breaking out in quotations. So I wonder if this will have consequence. Didn't on XRP, did it? Not really. Okay. We'll look at Ethereum here and just kind of take a gander at the 4 hour, where again, it's not much different than the 60 minute where you've broken out. You re-broke out, I guess, in the last 4 hour candle because you fell back below it, but okay, fine. The daily, again, buyers defending that 1850 level. Wow, interesting. From the all-time high to the June low, Ethereum broke finally above the 23.6% retrace and is now, for the first time, like ever, yeah, first time, well, for the first time since the rally and re-achieving this level, is it back testing it, flipping support. Interesting. Oh, let's go to Bitcoin on the weekly, since the weekly candle is closing in 39 minutes. Well, here we go again, going for the highest weekly candle close on Bitcoin since May 30th of last year. And this would be, wow, this would be the first week that Bitcoin is closing, Bitcoin market participants are closing the price above its own 23% retrace, where we go from the all-time high to the, not June low, but the lowest low from November. Yeah, I mean, because first off, the week of the insane pump, March 13th, testing the 23% retrace, and then the week after, 23% retrace tested and closed below, and last week a slight close below, and this would be the first one above.
The Koreans are bidding.
What's up, Atish? Yeah, we will look at the masked man, yeah. No one's getting excited, dude. No breakout happened, man. So, man, it's like, oh. But it is exciting. It's always exciting when we see a significant time scale. Things are happening for the first time in almost a year. At the highest close of the entire rally recovery, that's pretty nice. Okay, so Ethereum, Yeah, Ethereum's the same case. I mean, we're about to have a weekly candle close, the highest weekly candle close since August 8th. And again, just like Bitcoin, the 23% retrace, you're about to get the first weekly close above that. So Bitcoin and Ethereum doing the exact same thing to their own respective Fibonacci nodes. And when you break that, I mean, that's like, okay, then what will be the next Fib node? The 38% retrace, which is the target, the like initial target, 2,400 to 3,340. What would it be on Bitcoin? Between $36,000 and $48,650. That is your target area for Bitcoin in the midterm. Not bad. Do y'all like it scaled in, or y'all like it kind of like this, where you can kind of see the entire structure? What do you think? All right, let's go to the weekly on BNB just to say we did it, man. Right? Hey, we looked at it. Nothing burger not doing what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing. A lot of bad news and stuff for BNB, but the fact that it's still broken out above that supply line.
Roll Tide. Happy Easter, Mitch. Appreciate your work every day. 0.0003917 BTC.
So William, roll tide. Happy Easter to you as well. Yeah, man. Easter Sunday. What a day. The greatest of great days. Thank you, man. So I think it's fine. I think it's going to be a rising tide lifts all ships type of situation. If Bitcoin re-accumulation's real, BNB is going to go test 350 again just because Bitcoin's doing well. Ethereum's going to run to $2,000 just because Bitcoin's breaking out, right? Okay. And then XRP, which we are now always looking at the Bitstamp chart because it's got the most data, and Ollie would lose his mind if we didn't. Where if you weren't tuned in a couple of days ago for the stream, wait a second, this isn't the right one. Why is this here? I got rid of this. There it is. Like, why is it not? Something's going on. Anyway, all right, so here's the one with all the data. So the last time, again, this is like, I'm reiterating the last time we looked at this on Friday, the last time that market participants got a formal back test of the 200-week simple moving average, you have to go all the way back to February of 2021. And now we're doing it again this week. 34 minutes, it will be confirmed as a bullish back test. The last time that happened, XRP appreciated in value off that back test 420%.
Is that a joint?
Will we get similar effect this time? Right? You broke it and then you back tested, you were gone, you've broken it, you're back testing it. What's coming next on XRP? Measured move, 80 cents. So if we're identifying a double bottom at an 88% retrace from the COVID crash low to the high, or not even COVID crash low, just the December 2020 low, I think you got a high probability outcome of 80 cents. And it doesn't mean it's going to all-time highs or going to $1. It just means it could run and make a deep retrace from a previous high to low, an 88% retrace, and then collapse from there and continue downward. We're not in here trying to like forecast a mega bull run, dude. We're just in here to talk about what happens to assets after they get destroyed for a year and a half. They normally retrace, just common retraces. It's okay, man. It's no big deal. Don't freak out. People try to be like oracles, and I'm a sage of the crypto space. I know what I'm talking about. It's like, no, dude, we're just using traditional technical analysis from a traditional market, right? It's on an untraditional market, and that's it. It's not sexy. It's not crazy. It's just normal stuff. Okay, so there's XRP. Did we even have, what was it? Was it Teledog? I mean, we could just look at the couple notable gainers today. I don't even know if this hex chart works anymore, man. It's so weird now. I mean, is this hex? I don't know. It's fine. They deleted all my work on it. So it's, look, this candle high close from August 14th of last year. Buyers trying to defend it again. One time, now 2 times. That could be really good. I mean, someone sets up a stop loss somewhere below that and let it ride, because if this really does hold, then you're going right back up to 11 cents, 10.9 cents on it, on hex. Nice. That's a backup. This is like some sort of backup holding. Okay, not bad on hex. 0x up almost 4% today. Yeah, whatever. This thing's crazy. This has already hit 2 of the 3 targets of the trade setup. And whatever happens here, as long as a higher low gets put in than these 2 lows, 21 cents, 19 cents, it's more accumulation, and the trend would continue. And eventually, the promised land's 44 cents, that third target. Zcash, another like active trade setup. Boom, let's go, dude. Let's go. Right? What we did was identify the fact that this key level from 2019, key level, undeniable. This for the second time in the course of, you know, a few months, buyers defended it. And once they back tested the level that was once support as support again, that's the trigger. That's the low risk entry where it's so easy to strategize a stop loss, right? So now it's going, and you're seeing your highest price since March 3rd. So over 1 month highs. And there's just not much here. Not much resistance in the zone. Could take you to nearly $50.
We have tonight the best night of our life.
So there's about, from where it is right now, still about 24%, 25% upside. All right, let's see. It's a great start. Took a minute, but yep, this is like what happens.
Where would you go?
TRB, that was a failed inverse head and shoulders, so bad, is now dragoned of sorts, and you know, at the highest level since the 19th of March, breaking back above the 200-day moving average. Very interesting, where the argument of accumulation is not really dead. It was just these 2 lows, right? The sellers pushed the price down to rival this level from mid-December last year, and these 2 lows are, guess what, higher than the low from November. So again, accumulation argument could be a shark completing at 100%, and I think like this is actually still completely fine on the weekly. Like, how is this not still completely fine? It's still basement levels. TRB here. How can you look at this and just be like, oh, it looks terrible? How? That sellers have tried and failed, and you know, you sold off and it didn't really go that well. It didn't go that smooth, but it's still making high lows, even locally now. So I feel really good about TRB. And it could be like it takes 6 months, whatever, but great looking weekly here. ICP actually looks really good right here, man. I mean, like, this is it, man. I mean, it looks like a dragon. It's trying to break back above the 200-day moving average, or the buyers are, right? And I think if you can get back above $5, $5.10, could be mega upside here. You just gotta be patient and understand this is in a really good spot right here for upside. It's a dragon of sorts. Maker, also like active like trade setup, because it was at actionable areas where you could strategize an entry, a stop loss, and take profits, right? Where you June 17th of last year, Sellers tried not once, but twice to breach that support again, and they failed, and buyers came in to defend it. And, you know, anytime there's one failure, the second failure from the sellers, these two lows here are significantly higher than the lowest low from the end of the year, early January of this year. There could be a lot of upside here. So here we are again, man. Dead chat, dead everything, but all of a sudden, some of these assets are at extremely good areas for upside. And when they start playing out and they go well, all of a sudden the hype returns. It's not dead anymore. It's just crazy viewership, and it's just like everyone just shows up at the worst times. Like, what are you doing? You are dumb money. You're showing up. If you're like not here and you show up when Maker's at like, you know, $1,000, you're dumb money. You're really stupid money. Watching the stream when a Maker's at $1,050 and you weren't watching at $700. Same with EOS and all these other ones. Doge is actually up today, but it's gotten all whacked out. I mean, this is actually fine, man. Like, it really is. Look at the 200-day simple moving average. Wow, just testing it, holding it, and rallying. A lot of work to be done, though. But I think, like, you know, in the long term, I think you're okay on Doge. I think it's probably going back up to 10, 11 cents again. REN's been whacked out crazy, but still methodically making higher lows. Super range bound, but probably going to see 14 cents again. And when you break it, oh my God, goodbye. Like 18, 23 cents, way higher eventually. Yep. Look at something like Hot, man. Just looks poised for 2.6 tenths of 1 cent. Like the wedge, the throwback, the completed M shape. Above 1.8 tenths of 1 cent, you're golden. You're prime for higher prices. So, and then comp, which had been like a really like a textbook Jesus pattern, right? Played out too fast and then nothing, and then just been dumping. It actually doesn't look like that great, you know. Doesn't look that great. Never really hit an 886 either, but maybe this is like the type 2 attempt. Type 1, maybe the type 2 here. Dang, man, that got like an 84%, 85% retrace. So it's almost like a harmonic completes and then a new harmonic after. Real quick, speaking of type 2s, look no further than effing Chili's. Chili's is like the best looking crypto in the world right now based on the formula, right? The M shape, the type 2 return that is undeniable. And then on the second low, what happened on the RSI? Well, you guessed it. Perfect bullish divergence. Like, just unreal. This is how you want it, man. This is what dreams are made of right here. This is like, oh, complete cycle reversal type stuff on Chili's. Again, I don't know if there's anything out there that looks like this right now that hasn't like begun to play out or just doesn't look like this yet. Too perfect. All right, now we can just switch it for Ollie, I think. He wants a T-Doc. It's the Teledoc. We'll see. Yeah, it's down there, man.
Can you look at Shiba Inu?
What's up, Victor? Thank you, dude, for the 20. Yeah, we'll look at Shiba. But I think because Aaron tipped first, we'd have to look at Baba first.
Can you please do Baba? Happy Easter, Mitch.
Happy Easter, Aaron and Victor. Yeah, Alibaba is massive inverse head and shoulders. So Teledoc, you know, it's really kind of at that sweet spot, right? The 95% retrace. But I kind of have concerns about it being below the levels. I mean, the low from August and November 2017, they've been a support. But yeah, you can almost try to look at it like, is it locally just a range here? She's using the parallel channel tool. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a spring back test. Man, the trend is so garbage, but it's like, yeah, is it now in accumulation phase? Is it an inverse head and shoulders? I mean, my God, it looks interesting. I mean, I would say this, the cutoff is certainly below $23, $23.18. And it's nearly at $26 now. So, you know, the reason why this is being requested, most likely from Ollie, is the fact that he's identifying the Momo shift, very subtle, off the local low here. That's what he's looking at. That's why he requested it. It's like, maybe, again, if one was going to try to play Teledog at the basement, you know, you wouldn't want to be owning the asset below that $23 mark, because the whole argument is the fact that it was a spring and a back test of a spring. And it's pretty cool because this is a nice little bat pattern here. Nice. It's like a perfect 886. This is kind of amazing. Look at this. I mean, you tell me how perfect that was. Nice little reaction. I don't know if you get a type 2, but it's an interesting chart. It's been destroyed and it's no longer making lower. This is the first higher low you've seen in a very long time. So, and I'll just say this: like, if it did play out where it continued its ascent, wouldn't you say the target's maybe 34.60, the top of the range? I don't think so.
Happy Easter, Mitch and everyone.
Dr. Sauce, thanks to $25 super chat. Thank you, man. He wants to see the weekly. Yes, sir. We'll do that. He wants the weekly. On the weekly, I mean, you're kind of just, you know, right at this, maybe this IPO price, 2015 low. I'd figure like okay, is that what it's doing on the weekly? This wick high from December 2015 was regarded as support. Figured it'd be like that, you know. $20? Okay, below $20 then. So is the cutoff, man.
How is Dash looking? Weak?
Dash is alright. We'll look at it, Corey. Thank you for the 20 super chat. We got a super chat train. Let's go, dude. It's the train, the choo-choo. I need to get more sound clips, man. Just a bunch of random stuff from everywhere, you know. I need new stuff, man.
I don't know, sir.
He wanted the weekly, and the weekly is kind of like, all right. It's the highs from back here from 8 years ago that it's trying to maybe hold on to. So again, I mean, like, it's at a place where if one could like construct an argument and have a stop loss set up, sure, there are many assets that exist out there doing the same. And you know, like, what would be the, you know, supply line here? You know, is that what he's talking about? Maybe it's a dragon too. Yeah, like it rebroke the supply line there. It's intriguing. It's okay. It's not, I mean, you know, all these assets got destroyed, man. So, yeah, of course, anytime an asset loses all its value, all of it, just about, yeah, retrace. Not, we're going on a bull run and a bull cycle. No, just retrace. 38% to 61%. Fine. This could be where the pivot happens. Okay. All right, Mask was next for Atish. Old Mask. Guess we'll just start it on the weekly, where, you know, the daily and the weekly are a little different on the levels, where you can see, like, on the weekly you haven't broken anything. In fact, on the weekly, yeah, it does not make sense here on the weekly. If you see on the weekly, the candle high closed from March 28th of last year and October of last year. It has been a failure to break, which is like $6. But it's very similar to Bitcoin, right? A massive engulfing candle, highest weekly close since March of last year, and then 3 weeks of nothing. So it's uptrending. It's made a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and wherever the sell-off occurs, if it makes another higher low, then you're uptrending. You're in an uptrend right now. Yeah, look at this on the daily. Daily's really interesting. Where I had it, what the? Oh, it's the candle high close from July 2021. And it seems like buyers trying to defend that. I mean, it looks like okay. I mean, it really does here. You're in an uptrend, man, and it looks like a level that was resistance. Resistance is support right now. So the upside on the daily would take you to 860 if this is real. Bullish engulfing candle will be confirmed in 16 minutes. There was maybe a little bearish divergence, but no performance at all. It's pretty bullish stuff. Pretty nice. There's probably a channel, you know. Little fake out there. Yeah, you're just in an uptrend right now. Uptrending. Oversold will be considered like 370. Shiba. Shiba, that future's bright. Midterm future's bright, man. If you don't remember, it's all about the weekly on this. It was all about the daily, but it's all also about the weekly, where the bottom has been put in and you're attempting to pivot here and put in your first, kind of like your first high or low, which would be great. That'd be like, oh, there's accumulation on Shiba finally for the first time in over a year. Not really much of a candle indicating that the pivot has occurred, is occurring. You might need to zoom into the daily to even see that, but you know, you've been sideways for the greater part of 5 weeks now. But as long as wherever market participants pivot, where the pivot occurs, as long as it's above 788, it's a higher low, which is great. So I think, like, in time, if you're patient, again, who has patience in crypto? I know, no one, right? But if people did, they'd understand that this is fine. There's no problem here, and you are unfortunately at a tough spot because you were handed the effing perfect Jesus spot months ago, and now you don't have that perfect Jesus spot anymore. You're in the dead middle of two major levels, 885 and 1300. So maybe flip your coin, because if it goes to 885, holds, makes a higher low, it's fine, completes another harmonic. But at the same time, like, I can't really be that surprised if it runs to 1300 here, because it's already put its bottom in. The big bottom's in, and it was put in at the end of last year, beginning of this year. So either 1300, 885, with Bitcoin reaccumulation has been properly identified. I would say 1300 next. If I'm just completely off in my identification of reaccumulation on Bitcoin, then probably 885 next. It's that. It's pretty simple. Thanks again, Victor. Let's get Alibaba on that inverse head and shoulders stuff at like 98% retrace, 100% retrace. Levels, of course, like, I remember all the, okay, it's on the weekly, I guess, where my work was done. So here's your weekly, your weekly potential slanted inverse head and shoulders pattern. I think anything above 86.75 is something to really pay attention to, because this could be a bottom. Again, identifying a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern at a 100% retrace from its all-time low to its all-time high. That is the level where you look for these things and you place your bets. Yep, this is the area. I mean, these are areas. I know it's Chinese, e-commerce, oh God. But if you haven't noticed, Communist China is going to take over the world. and no one's going to do anything about it. So, hey, man, might as well go get rich on Alibaba's inverse head and shoulders. So again, the cutoff probably is 85.71, which is that low point from October 2014, the low from December 2016, and clearly a low from May of last year. That's the cutoff, and let it ride. One would let that ride. It's going to test 120 again. Certainly, it's already done that several times over the course of an entire year. But once 120 breaks, 164. 164 fast. The measure move, the 100% measure move, if it broke out, would take you to $181, which would be, wow, if you're going to 181, you're probably going to 205. Okay, so the argument is strong on BABA for upside. But dude, it topped out in November 2020 and it's been dumping ever since. But show me one time in that entire period where there was a consolidation structure that represented momentum shifting from sellers to buyers. You can't tell me, because it never existed, because for that amount of time it was an impulse phase. You are in a consolidation phase. That consolidation started about 1 year ago. And now we have a year of consolidation, and it's just completed the last part. The next step is to run to 120 again and break it, and then run to 168 for complete resolution. Talk about a supply line being breached? Forget about it. I already did that, and the back test was the head. At just happened to be all-time lows. Wow. Great chart. Despite anything about it, okay? Good news, it makes money. Okay. That was BABA. I mean, do we even need to look at anything else on BABA? It's too impeccable on the weekly. What say you, Aaron? What say you? Off the entry point, my God. I mean, of course, a little bit. Yeah, I can't help that it like pivoted at the left shoulder and rallied for a few weeks. But compared to where the take profit would be, it's relatively low still. A weekly trade, man. All right, after that would be Dash for Corey. And then that was the last request. Seems so far might be forever. Might be the last request I'll ever receive in my life, man. Wow. Certainly a battleground right here on Dash. We can just start it with the weekly. The battleground of battlegrounds is the swing low from December of 2018. We broke it, thought things were good. You fell below it. Oh no, we're screwed. And now we're just sitting there, slightly below it. Less than 9 minutes till this weekly candle closes, and it's nothing impressive. In fact, it's going to be a close below that low. So no breakout. Sorry. All I can do on something like this is tell you the level. If you really break 50, if market
Happy Easter,
participants...
Mitch. Hope you enjoying the new place, bro. Spending my fiat here instead of my crypto because those are about to be worth a pretty penny, lol. Respect the and invest in yourself. 2 things I really pulled from you, thank you. Kangs.
Is that a join?
B. Washington, thank you so much for the 420 and the motherboard. Never forget it, man. It's still there. It's still running the show. Yeah, I mean, like, if, again, I could be completely wrong in my identification of reaccumulation on Bitcoin. Man, that sounds so good because it rhymes. But despite it rhyming, could be off and whatever. It really, really starting to look like reaccumulation, right? And if that's the case, then yes, all altcoins will benefit. Hopefully Bitcoin benefits the most and Bitcoin dominance breaks out of the Wyckoff accumulation range, right? So that's all I can tell you about Dash, man. You didn't break out. You didn't break out, but man, just give me one more. Give me a higher low like the other ones, and it'll be fine. I mean, come back, test the 200-day moving average again. It'd be one low. It'd be a dragon pattern and a new uptrend. So it's okay. I mean, there are better assets out there. I think like Zcash is superior to Dash. Bitcoin Cash is, I think, kind of in the same boat as Dash. I'll look at that one real quick because there's no other request. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash, I think, solid. The same historical levels, right? Defended by buyers, and it was a springback test. Hidden bullish divergence, and now you're just, ping-ponging between key levels. The major, mega breakout where if you break 133 for real, I think you go to $205. It seems likely, if given enough time, Bitcoin Cash will see 205. Give it enough time, that's where the target would be, I think. If anything, you could locally just talk about or see this as a range between $100 or $90, $98, and $155. That would be excluding history and making this only about the local price action.
Sup Mitch, been watching for 4 years now. The stream's getting me through this blessed Ramadan, thanks sir.
Is that a joint?
What's up, Anon? Thanks for the 420. I hope you're fasting. Fasting is extremely healthy, man. When you go without food for a particular amount of hours, I believe it's 16 hours, that's when your body starts producing ketones and starts producing stem cells, which is an anti-aging property. So you do that, I mean, hey man, whatever. I did it. It's anecdotal, but I did it, and I don't think I look my age. I get told that I don't look like my age, but and I've been doing intermittent fasting since the COVID crash. That's when I started learning about it. Lockdown, like what do? Just exercise and learn about your body and try something different. And it was when I did keto, but I don't really do keto anymore. I do stay low on carbs, but as low as I can. But I still intermittent fast a lot. Not every day. Well, yeah, of course, they would teach us fasting's bad because it's not in their best interest, because 3 square meals a day makes the most money for the food industrial complex in America. And what does that manifest it into? Over half the country is morbidly obese. Wow. There was like a stat on what women used to weigh on average in this country, and it was like 120, 130 pounds, and now it's like 180 pounds. Women on average weigh like 180 effing pounds. Someone back me up on that or refute it, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I have to look this up, man, right? Yes, the average weight of a woman age 20 and above is 170.6 pounds.
Scam Vision. Binance listening soon.
Binance is listening to Satoshi Scam Vision again? Is that what you're trying to say, Solta? Speak to me, dude. Yeah, it's 170.6 pounds. It was way less before. And like, in the same amount of time, for men, it hasn't changed that much. Maybe 10 pounds or something. Something's going on. Something's wrong. Something's bad. And it's in our foods. Yeah. High fructose corn syrup stuff. Yeah. That's really weird, Echo Leaf. You said that like... I said it, and then like it was obvious you had typed it and hit enter as I was saying it. Crazy. It's the money that's making us lazy, Matthew D. I can guarantee you this community is majority not obese. There is no... Dude, type 1 in the chat if you're obese. 2 if you're not obese. You're not gonna... I mean, who's gonna say they're obese? I mean, just tell the truth, dude. If you're fat and obese, just say it, dude. Wow, dude. Herbert's obese. Joe Toner's obese. Melissa's obese. Coiner's obese. Dang, man. Dr. Sauce is obese. Chat. been called out. Get to work, all right? Stop eating high fructose corn syrup. Start intermittent fasting. Cut down on your caloric intake. Start exercising. So easy, dude. All right, so was there another request or were we good? Satoshi Scam Vision. All right, look at BSV Connect. Wow, who even cares? Did he lose his lawsuit? Like, rightfully so. Oh, yeah, dude. This looks just like a winner, huh? This is it, dude. This is terrible. Wait, was weight a 1 or a 2? If you're obese, you typed 1. If you're not obese, you typed 2. That's it. Oh, local on the 8s. That's correct. Nice one.
Hey Mitch, any potential with Compus 0.0005336 BTC?
Pass the tardy sauce, Rob, because we already looked at comp. You could have saved yourself $15.12 of Bitcoin. But I do appreciate the contribution. We will go back to it. It's kind of like, man, I wish we would have gone down one more fib node for that type 2. If you were going to do comp, man, I like Chili's better. Technically, dang, man, I have like inverse PTSD of that harmonic completing on comp at the beginning of the year and just mooning straight up to the first target, second target. It was beautiful. You got to think, like, would the market participants involved with that do that again? I mean, if it pivots here and makes a higher low, oh my God, dude, this is it was bottom. It bottomed out, and the M shape was the bottom for real. It'd be like another higher low. Did we do it, man? Did we do it? 45 seconds. So here's Satoshi Vision. It's a loser, and I'm sorry. I just don't see anything. I get it. Oh, it's in the basement, man. You know what the real basement is? That's the basement. $1.25. But dude, sir, madam, it's at $35. Yeah, but there's a better support at $1.25 or $5. Okay? There's your better stuff. Better levels down there. That means it has to lose 99% of its value or 89% of its value. Craig Wright, if you want to lose your money, you probably put it in BSV. Let's go to Bitcoin. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Happy Easter. There it is. Highest daily candle close on Bitcoin since April 1st. Second highest candle close of the month. And if you're just tuning in, you want to rewind because what could be on Bitcoin is this. Wyckoff reaccumulation. Pause in the uptrend. Ownership strengthened. Cause builds for a new uptrend. Don't get wrecked. Highest weekly candle close on Bitcoin of the entire recovery. It is confirmed, though barely. Another week, another highest close of the year, highest close since May of 2022. Same exact situation on Ethereum, and also breaking above the major 23% retrace for the first time. Same thing with Ethereum. The first week where traders have settled up above the 23% retrace and the highest weekly candle close since August of last year. Oh, MinMed or whatever.
Hey Mitch, can we have a look at MMED daily and weekly? Thanks, legend.
What's up, Madison Sutton? Thank you for the $21.83 super chat. Yes, we will look at that for ye. Blessed is he who respects the levels. So that's great, man. This is great stuff. XRP, we're not going to look at the BNB. It didn't do anything like great or good at all. Who cares? Let's look at XRP, though. Just for the weekly close, right? Was your local on the 8th? So you doing the local on the 8th, man. Top of the hour, we go look at the local forecast. What's the local forecast in this room? The larger market cap cryptos, just for a second. Okay, a successful bullish back test confirmed for the first time since February of 2021. So, if you're just tuning in, we've identified this, and subsequently, after the formal back test, XRP over the course of months went up 400% in value. Will we get the same consequence this time? I think, if not, at least 80 cents, given enough time. Thanks, Hugo. Appreciate it, man. Thanks to the people tuned in. Y'all are the realest of reals. To me, it's starting to feel more and more like the end of December, the beginning of January. That's where we're starting to get to again. Yep. Let's go back to comp for Rob. I was about to converge Rob and comp together, making it Cobb or something. All right, comp. Already looked at, but we'll look again. Let's look at the weekly. At this point, very, very similar to Shiba Inu. I mean, almost identical looking at it now. I don't even know. We didn't look at the weekly, really. It was all-time lows, though, so it's different than Shiba, where Shiba's pivot was all happening at its near its lowest level inflection points, which made it pretty cool. But I think whatever happens here, if you make a higher low with a real pivot here that's discernible from the previous low, it's just going to be accumulation confirmed. So even if it does something like this, keeps bleeding out, eventually pivots, that is really, really good. So if anything...
Mitch, my man, non-birthing person, have a beer, but not a Bud Light, on me.
What's up, Anonymous?
Is that a joint?
Do beers cost $4.20 now? What is this, $19.99? Thank you, dude. If anything, you can just look at it like a neutral structure. And unfortunately, on comp, this is the issue, man. It's like, if you are in the dead middle of a neutral consolidation structure, it's just, you can't really come up with a good argument, right? It's either like the lowest risk would be at the bottom of the structure, highest risk would be at the top of the structure, or if you were shorting at the top would be the lowest risk, highest at the bottom. So anytime you're in the dead middle like that, it makes it tough. It makes it really, really tough. Again, it's not about like, I think it's like always about contriving an argument at a key level, which is kind of tough to say you're at a key level, and being able to strategize a stop loss entry, take profits that are equitable 3-to-1. So that's it, man. I mean, there's just probably better assets out there. Even though I still love the way the M shape played out, and I think if you pivot, it's going to go real well. Again, if Bitcoin, man, listen, if Bitcoin reaccumulation argument has been identified properly here, then I think comp's probably going to go to $53, $54 again. If I'm wrong in my identification of reaccumulation, then we're probably going down to $32 on comp. All right, thank you again, Robathy. Let's go to Mind Medicine. The Canadian. Oh yeah, got some data here. Oh, ugly weekly. Man, real ugly here. Yeah, couldn't break that swing low from March of 2020, the COVID crash low, where you fell back below it and then you back tested it as resistance, and then now you're following through with the bearish engulfing candle. So the lowest weekly candle close really since like beginning of the year. It's not really what you want to see. It's not really great price action. I mean, it was down 9% last week. Daily, the painted picture is more clear here. You can see it, undeniable. It's been tested as resistance, and that's it. If you were going to do anything here, you would wait for a full-on 886. That's all you can do. because it's a completed. It's like a completed XABC. You're on the C to D wave, the larger wave. So you would only wait for an 886, which is like 322, meaning like it would have to lose another 18 to 19% in value before it's even something you would look at again.
China,
I think.
to me, China.
Happy Easter, everyone. Feels good to be back. Been working on in order to reload the bag after the Chapter 11 BS. Lesson learned. Smiley face. Using TA the whole time. Much appreciated. 0.00014828 BTC.
Aeon, not Anon. I didn't know about sold Chapter 11 BS. Thanks for the Bitcoin. Sorry about going bankrupt, dude. Thanks, man. Unfortunately, it's not an Elon because it was a 421, not a 420. You were close, though. Very, very close. It's okay, dude. We'll do it.
Is that a joke?
We'll round up. We'll act like we're high. Okay, yeah, so that's your Mind Medicine, Mind Med Incorporated Pharmaceuticals. And unfortunately, never makes money, ever. Not good market conditions to be owning an asset that doesn't make any money every quarter. Right? You're looking for assets really that are making billions of dollars a quarter at this point, man. That's it. I'm sorry. I just, you can't even. The only reason these assets, there's so many of these zombie companies, low to no interest rates for so long, for decade, man. It just, these high interest rates like this, I just don't think, and with a recession on the table, yield curves inverted, it's just not a good time to be owning assets that are losers, literal losers. One thing we didn't do, which we should. Absolutely insanity, okay? All right, you won't believe it. Here is Anheuser-Busch. Bud. Anheuser-Busch last week made its highest price since January of 2022, so 52-week highs. We got a couple different weekly levels here, okay? So the first one, 1, 2, 3 touches. You actually broke it, back tested it, and you're running. But the other one, it's right here. It's just the first 2. What's up, Corey, man? Thanks for the 20. It's for BlackBerry. Okay, we'll look at BlackBerry. Corey, thank you. So yeah, it almost looks like a cipher happened. It was at a 786 here. Not even. My God, it was like a 75% retrace. But, you know, nearly... Oh, okay. Was that what it was? Did it just kind of back tested a level? I think there's like a couple levels right here from 2011 and 2010. Okay, so it's almost like a spring back test occurred a little bit, right? And a rally off of that. And wow, that is actually a breakout of the highs from 2010 and 11. Yeah, you broke out a couple weeks ago. Is that a morning star reversal, though, on the weekly? Could be. Yeah, that could definitely be a evening star reversal there. Above the 200-week moving average for the first time. Wow. Okay, 2 weeks ago, before the controversy, it broke above the 200-week simple moving average for the first time since November of 2017. Dang, man, that is crazy. You gotta wonder. It's just gonna be very interesting to see how this goes. Okay, it'll be a while, I guess, maybe before they even felt the effect, if they would at all. Because there's like boycotts and stuff going on of it. I'm not getting political with it. I'm just like, we're looking at it because it is an interesting topic. Looking at companies that, you know, alienate their entire consumer base, right? Okay, so yeah, what was it? It was for BlackBerry. which is the triple B. No. I remember it was a BB. I was on all the BBs. The BB, the BBY, the BBBY, right? All different companies. Yeah, not good here, man. Not really good. I think you fell below the key level. Yeah, you're probably like, oh, is that an M shape? 886, 99% retrace. I remember when it was good, there was like an inverse head and shoulders of sorts, and it went insane because of Reddit. But now the party, that ended a long time ago. So yeah, maybe there's no inflection point. Okay, it's pivoting randomly. Like it's just kind of pivoting at 330. Well, the support's 260. Definitely some sort of, it's definitely diverging to some degree. I'll give you that too. On the weekly, right? You got like all kinds of like bullish divergence there, right? Got some bad news for you. BlackBerry doesn't make money. So just straight out the gate. I don't know. Maybe it's double bottoming here, dude. It's just not, waiting for 260. And, again, if it's not showing the formula that we're looking for, it's kind of tough. Okay, so if we go to the weekly here, look where the pivot points are. Where was the candle high close? It is right on a little, you're right at that 463 level, that candle high close from 2002. Is that what it's doing on the weekly? So it's like the candle open from 2001, one time, two times, the weekly. I mean, it's virtually Class C hidden bullish divergence on the histogram. You haven't seen positive momentum since December of 2021. If you want to play it, fine. Then stop loss below 329, right? But dang, man, then it could go all the way down to 154, and you get the best entry maybe of all time down there. So I mean, yeah, you're at the basement, but how long? You've been in the basement for 11 years. I mean, the price is lower than it was 11 years ago. It's not like, what do you do here? I mean, if I was playing the basement, I'd probably do something like, I'd look at like Weight Watchers. Yeah, Weight Watchers monthly candle. Look at this, man. Look what happened. This is like an inverted hammer. This is 2015's all-time low, and I think it maybe could be Wyckoff accumulation. Look at the level that was the all-time low. Okay, the buyer's back tested it, and it's holding as support right here. Look at this. You can see subtle accumulation here, man. One low, the lowest low, then a higher low. Buyers defending the inflection point, the ice line, and now maybe even another higher low. Though it's off the lowest low, you can see it's range bound between 367 and 41. You just got to wonder. I mean, like I'd probably, if I had to pick between Weight Watchers or BlackBerry, I'd probably go with Weight Watchers. Maybe, who knows? Or maybe I'd just go with Pepsi and Coke and all the diabetes charts like Hershey. And look at Hershey, dude. You're not gonna beat morbid obesity and death and life expectancy dropping. You're not gonna beat Hershey's. Who do you think you are? You're not gonna beat Hershey's, dude. I don't know why this channel is so off. I didn't do that. That's so weird. That is not the way I had it plotted at all. I don't know why it's broken. How did I have it? Really not that concerned, but yeah, I mean, you're not going to beat all-time high. I mean, like, you got Weight Watchers at all-time lows, and Hershey's is hitting all-time highs the past 2 weeks. Coca-Cola. Yeah, it's maybe distribution going on, but still, wow, look at that. Pretty crazy, man. Still elevated, extremely elevated in a long-term uptrend. PepsiCo nearing all-time highs. And at that major resistance right there, right? Wow. Critical areas on PepsiCo. Fizz. Kind of interesting. It's, look, spring back testing, a level. What about Krispy Kreme? Down 3%. Krispy Kreme doesn't look as good. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Look at the failure to break this one level from February 2022. Look at that. So many reversals, and look, reversing again. Wow. Gap fill coming at 1444. Tootsie Roll, you think that you're going to beat Tootsie Roll? You're not going to stop Tootsie Roll. You're not going to stop obesity and diabetes. You're not stopping it. Who do you think you are? It's ridiculous. And it all started with the legendary Gartley. This was possibly one of the most legendary Gartleys in history. Because like after it broke out, I think Reddit or something happened where it went to $54 and then dumped. But then look at it now. It's still called the bottom. Incredible, man. Mandela's, yeah, all-time highs. All-time highs on, dark cloud cover reversal, though. This is possibly a really good short on Mandela's. Right there, you have it. You have possibly, I think that might be very well be an exhaustive gap, too. Dang, man. If the TA is respected on this dark cloud cover and the gap up here, that's the reversal. This is where you reverse on Mandela's, which is the largest snack producer in the world or whatever. So it's on my diabetes watch list. And here's Nestle. Dang, man. You want to talk? Oh, my God. Woo! Oh, my God, man. Look at Nestle's potential inverse head and shoulders. Forget Alibaba. Not really. Alibaba's incredible looking right now. But, dude, you want to talk about beautiful, like a work of art going on Nestle. What a breakout. Whoa. All right. That's what I'm saying, man. Diabetes. It's going to beat health stuff all day, man. Good luck. Whoever makes insulin shots is probably going near all-time highs, too. But for Weight Watchers, losing weight and being healthy? Yeah, right, dude. Short it. Kidding, but I'm not. You get it. You understand. You don't know what Tootsie Roll is, dude? Who are you? Godsu, thank you so much for the 4 months, man. Really appreciate that. 4 months in the Citadel. Let's go, dude. On Easter of all days. That's how we got the Ultra Instinct Jesus chimes right there. There he is, Jesus. We see him every day. He's in our lives. He's behind us. He's in front of us. He's all over. He's in the stream.
I just felt like streaming.
So, yeah, we'll go back to Bitcoin. I don't know. The stream's been live for an hour and 15 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Again, if you're just tuning in, where have you been? Have you been to church? Okay, fine. If you're just tuning in, what could very well be happening is Wyckoff reaccumulation. Saw it in the summer of 2020. This is even stronger because in 2020, in the reaccumulation, the price did certainly fall below the midpoint. Never saw the bottom again of the range, but got really close. And now buyers defending that midpoint, and you're not even getting back to the midpoint anymore. So it's like even more subtle accumulation. Shh. Okay, I guess you've been warned. We're okay, chat. We're in good shape. The numbers will return. The hype will return. It seems like it's getting closer and closer. Reaccumulation. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll be back. Happy Easter once again. Best day of the year. Yeah, definitely best day of the year. I'll be back. Yeah, FIL looks great as well. Sure. Until next time, respect Jesus and the TA.